our choreography, you feel me, right there. And there was smoke right there. So we out here, bro.
All right.
We out here. We love you so much. Thank you so much.
That's it, man.
Pelpa time protection.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Carisha Ferguson, Marketing Coordinator of Trading Citrus Limited. I must stand here this evening to say it is indeed a pleasure to be back on board, Trading Citrus Limited to be back on board with the Live and Direct for such an amazing event. Trading Citrus Limited, through our brands True Juice and Calico Jack, we believe in celebrating authentic talent and creating unforgettable experiences. That's why we're proud to sponsor the upcoming Brian Night in concert, bringing soulful music and sweet moments. Bringing soulful music and sweet moments to life, just like our juices. Here's the music that moves and flavors that refreshes you. Looking forward to seeing you and your family all out in your numbers, celebrating and having fun. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Music that moves and flavors that refresh you. Why that sound like poetry? You using the poetry? All right, well, I won't say much more. So we're going to have another sponsor join us at this time. No, we're going to have another sponsor. We're ready to roll. All right. So tell me something. How many people in here were teenagers in the 90s? Don't be shy. You can be teenagers twice. Thank you for being honest. How many people in here were into boy bands? Yes? Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Yes, hold on their head because they used to be up to all sorts of no good. With posters in their rooms and all sorts of things. Yes, you had a Sisqo poster. Yes, you look like you did. Yes? But Drew Hill made waves. And Drew Hill was formed part of the soundtrack to many lives, told many stories, let out many secrets. A lot of people sang the songs that describe things they should know nothing about. But tonight, the technology allows us to have, at this launch, an interview with the leading voice of Drew Hill, Sisqo. Sisqo, are you with us? Sisqo, are you with us? It sounds like you're almost with us.
Hi, can you hear me?
Good evening, man. How are you doing?
What's up?
We're good. Kingston say, hey, Sisqo.
Hey, Sisqo.
You see, we have a crowd.
Hey.
And it's going to be 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times as large when you get here on June 28th. So tell me something.
Man, this is crazy. Because I didn't know this was a Zoom call. Because I just came from rehearsing for the show we're doing there.
Oh, I see.
Right, I look like a homeless person right now.
Not to worry, man. Not to worry. But hear me now. You've performed all over the world with, in the largest venues in the world, iconic spaces. What does it mean to you, though, to be performing in Jamaica for Live and Direct on June 28th?
Well, we all know about the man himself, who's saying that, I don't need to say, you got to say it. You know who I'm talking about, from Jamaica. Oh, wait, I forgot. Y'all got several legends from Jamaica.
We're spoiled.
But there are several legends that we met along the way, like Beanie Man. When he did, you tell me what you want, please.
That's right. Denise.
I literally just saw him a couple of weeks ago. He's working with an artist whom I wrote her first 2 singles, All About Me and Moving On, and that's Maya.
Indeed.
Yeah, so every time we get an opportunity to come there, which by the way, my passport was running out, and thanks to a couple of diplomats that we knew in the country, we were able to get my American passport renewed. So the passport I have right now is literally from Jamaica, even though it says America on it.
Excellent. Well, we're happy that you've gone to all that length to be here, because there's a particular song, you know. There's a particular song that there's a young lady in here who just said earlier that Drew Hill and Sisqo were part of the soundtrack to her younger years, and she had all sorts of things in her room. One of the songs I'm sure she liked was the thong song. So tell me something. How do you feel to know that songs like that, thong song and Unleash the Dragon, are really big hits in Jamaica?
Man, first of all, thank you. But a lot of times, because we came out almost 30 years ago, people forget that we were teenagers when we came out. We came straight out of high school into the music industry. And because we had mature voices, a lot of times when people choose to call us old school, they don't realize that the true term is soul school.
Nice. That's right. Well, tell me something then. Since you went there, how did the name Drew Hill come about?
Well, Drew Hill came about because there's a park here in Baltimore where I am right now, and I'm literally driving to a store to get a new Nintendo Switch 2.
I see.
And the park, there's a park here called Druid Hill Park. And it's a couple of parks in America called Druid Hill. And we used to go there like in the summertime. Basically, if you made it like as a teenager and you were able to like get like a car, you were flex in Druid Hill Park.
Yes.
And so because that was like such a hot spot, especially in the summertime, when we got signed, they asked us, hey man, what's that park where everybody be driving around in the summertime? And Nokia told them that it was called Drew Hill with his Baltimore accent. And so we ourselves Drew Hill. And initially I hated that name because I was like, ain't nobody gonna know what that is.
Yes. Well, they love you even
but
though they don't
ended up
know.
working, right?
That's right.
It ended up working, bro.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that's what it was, man. And actually in the song remix, if you look at like all of those like girls with like lined up, and you see all the trees and stuff, that's Druid Hill Park.
Excellent. So a lot of people are going to be going back to those videos now to do their research and to refresh their memories.
Right. Make it 2 billion in one.
That's right. But 30 years on, man, how does it feel? How does it feel to be able to rock stages? I mean, all over the world still.
Hey, you know what? We learned from the greats that came before us, artists like Keith Sweat, and even Ron Isley and the Isley Brothers. If you notice, when you go see artists like the OJs, they still rock, and that's where we come from. We come from that age of artist development where we respected the artists that came before us. And man, I swear, if it wasn't for those artists, like Boyz II Men, Jodeci,
yes.
New Edition, I was on my best KP impression when we came out with Delta.
Yes.
Yes. And when people say, hey, you sound just like KP, I said, thank you. I was doing my best to sound like that.
Excellent.
And so, yeah, man, that was the lineage that we came from. And I'm gonna be 50 years old in November. And there's still some 20-year-olds that can't do what I can do. The same way that I can't do a lot of the things that Brian and Isaac can still do,
Yes.
that Keith Sweat can still do, that the OJs can still do. When they perform, it's electrifying because they cut from a different cloth. And we were fortunate enough and blessed enough to be a part of what that was, to look at the artists that came before you and bow down, give respect to the artists that came before you. And that's why we're both humbled and honored that people are still loving what we do.
Absolutely.
It's a little bit more difficult to do that. Tell me about nowadays, though.
Well. But tell me though, can the audience, some of whom are in here right now, expect to hear their favorites? Like Beauty, like In My Bed, like We're Not Making Love Anymore.
Hey.
Like Tell Me.
Hey, man.
I just want to peek into the set list.
We got a packed show, and as long as you tell us what you want, we'll give you what you need.
Well, tell me what you want, yeah. all right, that sounds good. All right, so I have like 2 more questions to ask you.
Okay.
Well, one of them, because groups...
Wait, let me cut you off real quick.
Yes.
Yo, when I get out here and stand in line with the rest of these nerds, right before I get off here, I'm gonna go live so you can see what I'm actually doing right now, okay?
All right, no problem at all.
All right, go ahead.
Don't just see, everybody who's in this room is now going to leave the room and go live, to watch it. So give them about half an hour before you do that, all right?
No, it's fairly quick because we pull it up, so go ahead.
All right, no problem. But tell me though, how does Drew Hill keep it together? How does a group that has been around for so long keep the chemistry going?
What? Bruh, we are family, so we have plenty of arguments, plenty of FU Negroes, plenty of all of the stuff that families go through. But we have a motto in Drew Hill, and that motto is squad first.
Excellent.
We put family before anything, because if you got millions of dollars and you're sitting at a large table eating by yourself,
Correct.
and you're a miserable person.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to share that. I want to share my gifts with my brothers, and they share their gifts with me. So if it wasn't for them, and it wasn't for the things that we learned from just quote unquote keeping it real with each other, there's no way we could have made it this far.
Excellent. So that formula, you say, is a formula for keeping the energy, and I suspect that that's the formula for your harmonies, for the energy, for the emotion that comes out in your music. You're saying family first, squad first is the because
Jazz showed up late for rehearsal today. We're gonna have a talk with him later.
We always have one of those.
It's already what, eh? Right, you have to with me, but it wasn't. Turned out. Wait, hold up. That's the driest snitch. I just dry snitched on my man. All right, you know what? It's time to wrap this up.
All right.
we ain't gonna snitch. I just snitched on my guy. My bad.
All right, but not to worry. But let me ask the last question.
Okay.
Because I know you want to go live, and I mean this launch is popping. So hear me now.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever, or are you intending to collaborate with a Caribbean or Jamaican artist?
What?
You don't have to tell us who you know. Just want to know where your mind is going.
Well, you guys got so many things going on. You got like Afrobeat going on. You got Burna Boy. You got like I said, Bean Man. And then let's not even talk about the African artists, but with the Jamaican artists, there's still a lot that I don't know. So when I get there,
If somebody got that fire, even cavemen want fire, all right?
All right, so promise. We are going to tell the Jamaican cohort
Artists,
that if they can bring it, it is possible.
then bring it.
All right.
Yo, I already paid for the chicken.
All right.
Oh, wait, hold up. I just said that out loud. Wait.
That's fine, but that's
Look at this note right here. We out here, look at this. This is it's insane. Juice Point Fresh, the head of our choreography, he right there. And there was smoke right there. So we out here, bro.
all right.
We out here. We love you so much. Thank you so much.
That's it, man. Thank you very much for joining us, man. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sisqo from here. You see, that's what we mean when we say live and direct. Yeah? When we say live and direct, we mean live and direct. So, we're continuing. So, you see, the sponsors who spoke before feel, they can pick up their chest. Now, the sponsors who speak afterwards can also pick up their chest. And so,
TV over the ears. You don't know. Link with and you get your music video shoot, DIREC and edit. Your wedding, your funeral, party, stage show, photo shoot, you name it. So just check the information on the screen and lock in to Pelpa Time TV production. Big up on yourself.
Pelpa TV!
Pelpa Time. Pelpa Time. Room.
Pelpa Time production.
Pelpa Time.
Pelpa Time production.
Pelpa TV.
For Pelpa Time.
It's a Pelpa Time, you know it's that time.
Pelpa Time TV.
I'm governor representing of Pelpa Time, you know.
Pelpa Time, you know what the thing tough?
I when I say Pelpa Time, I'm more like more.
Can't mix up Pelpa Time thing with no coffee.
Yeah, man, a Pelpa Time, and I represent for you. See,
With Pelpa Time.
Pelpa Time right now.
Oh, Pelpa Time. I want to them.
Pelpa Time TV.
Pelpa Time.
Down for Pelpa Time Productions.
Pelpa Time production. It does
Present for Pelpa TV.
Pelpa Time TV.
Pelpa Time. Yeah, let them get the belt on time, you know.
It's all about Pelpa Time. Keep it locked.
Come represent for Pelpa. Be a badness.
Pelpa TV, our TV.
It's Pelpa Time TV. Cross.
Pelpa Time protection.